I'm here with Scott Lytle. He's trying to avoid me, but we were talking a little bit about juniors and safety today, and what racing was like when you got started. And you mentioned what you were doing in New York City.
No helmets.
In like the fire lane, huh?
Yeah, that's the way we did it. So.
When did you start racing, Scott? Do you know what year it was?
1993, 1994.
And what team was that?
I rode for CRCA unattached, and I won my first race.
That's great.
Yeah.
And how old were you?
Oh, I think I was like maybe 22, 23.
22, 23.
And I had been riding around Central Park. Nobody ever passed me. And I saw these races in Central Park, and I thought, wow, I had seen Greg LeMond on TV. And I thought, wow, it would be really cool to go do it. And so my wife said, go try it. And just get it out of your system. And she thought I'd get shelled, and I won. I'll never forget riding down 7th Avenue, having won my first race. That was cool. And I was hooked.
And you just jumped into it and walked up and said,
well, no. I mean, there were a lot of cool people there, and they all, took me under their wing, and so I ended up riding for Tommy Hilfiger before I left. But
how long did you ride for Hilfiger Racing?
That was like 2 years, and we had the Pineda brothers, Juan and Oscar, and so we rode for them. And then they went. I think it was Oscar was the one that was it Juan. I think Juan was the one that went pro for 7-Up after that. But in that group of people that I raced with, let's see, we had Mike. What's his last name? U.S. National. He rode for Saturn. Mike McCarthy. He ended up riding for Saturn. We had a girl that went to go ride in the Olympics, and we had maybe 2 or 3 other people that went pro in that field. It was a neat time.
That's a lot of fun. We were talking about safety a little bit. You've been riding pretty seriously since '92, '93.
Yeah.
Tell us how safety's changed since then for you.
I mean, I think now, because of people texting and talking on their phones, I ride a little bit more conservatively. I actually go out of my way to find roads where there are bigger shoulders, I just try and ride defensively.
Now, pedal technology has changed so much. Could you get into that a little bit? How that's?
Well, let's see. I started off with time pedals, and I had the bottom of the line plastic ones that flexed all over the place. And I went to multiple bike shops. Nobody would tell me how clipless pedals worked. So finally, I was like, well, I got to buy them, and I lived in Manhattan, so it's like, all right, I got to go try them in traffic. I made it to 34th and 8th. That's right where I couldn't get out, and I fell right over at 34th and 8th, and all the people are looking at me like, what's wrong with this guy? but then I switched to Look pedals, and if you remember the PP296 pedals, loved those, and I stayed with Look ever since.
Well, thank you very much, Scott. We appreciate it.
Sure. Thanks, man.